of his wives. And so basically my husband would spend half of the week at my house and half of the week at my co-wife's house.
And so, okay, so that's what you refer to as your co-wife?
Right.
Do both of you have children?
No. I don't have any children. My co-wife has a younger son, but it's from a previous marriage.
Oh, so there are no children involved at this juncture?
Not with my husband, no.
Okay. And so was there any, and one of the things we talked about early on is training to kind of help the two of you kind of go through this process together. Did you receive some type of training, or was there some time that you had to spend with her, or what was the process in terms of how the second marriage came about?
Well, I would say the training, and I would put that in quotations, would be, like the brother said, gaining knowledge about your rights and responsibilities, in marriage, according to Islam. And, I mean, once you truly believe that your Creator is, like I said, is just in what he legislates, then everything else falls into place. Polygyny is just an aspect of Islam, and by itself, you accepting polygyny without having correct belief in your Creator is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. So once you have the correct belief, then everything falls into place. As far as me interacting with my co-wife, I actually didn't. I knew her before my husband married her, but we really didn't develop any type of relationship until after they got married.
All right, let's go to Zakiya from North Philadelphia. Zakiya?
Yo.
Zakiya?
No, this is Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah.
How are you? Thanks for joining us.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Tariq, and to everybody there.
Wa alaikum salam.
Oh, yes. Yeah, when I heard the topic, man, I really wanted to get in there, as one practicing, and people have so many. We were just talking about this before you even listened to the program. I was talking to this with some Jehovah Witnesses, and they were surprised, at some of the answers that I was giving them,
So, Brother Jacob, how many wives do you have?
2.
You have 2 wives?
Yes.
And how long have you had 2 wives?
This is going into about the 5th year now.
The 5th year? And when did you take on the second wife?
About 4 years ago. 4.5 years ago.
And was there a particular reason as to why you took on the second wife?
Yes, it was a reason, because there was somebody who had accepted Islam, and I wanted the full Muslim experience, I mean, I have been fasting by myself, not saying that I wasn't getting the help that I needed, but the thing was that I just wanted the full experience of the Islamic lifestyle, and as a Muslim, when I married my first wife, she wasn't Muslim, and so there is no compulsion in the religion, and I married her for who she was, and if she converted, that would have been fine, but I married her when she didn't convert, so I didn't do it and then think that she had to do it, you know what I mean? So and it's real work. I was telling the people today that if you don't understand what it's all about, and I talk to a lot of my younger Muslim brothers, that it's not a thing to play with.
When you say it's real work, what do you mean?
It's work. I mean,
So you're setting yourself up with some of these answers, brother. I'm going to let you know.
I mean, because I'm assuming there's some challenges that...
Well, one relationship is difficult.
Exactly.
So 2 relationships, you experience the same type of difficulties. There are people that we have mood swings as individuals. There are troubling times, there are comforting times.
I understand, but Brother Jacob has the 2 wives, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So kind of tell us some of the challenges that you're having.
I'm telling you what the challenge. Hey, Jake, did I miss any of those challenges? Jake?
No, you didn't. You're right on the money. But the thing is,
Marla make it sound like it's an impossibility to have it and have it just. And I'm submitting to you that it is a very possible way to have it and have it just. And you experience the same difficulties you have in any relationship. And I'm also going to submit one other thing. We can talk about this until we blue in the face, but if we analyze it to what people were doing before they before they entered Islam, or if they never entered Islam, when they were in just college, and they were involved in relationships where they were sharing a man, and involved in that relationship for a period of time where they actually knew they were sharing a man, it wasn't an issue if in fact they were being treated justly. It became an issue when the girlfriend said, how could you do that? It became an issue when maybe some of their feelings got involved a little deeper than others. It became an issue when maybe their parents didn't approve of it. It became an issue because of other outside, as I would suggest, entities entering the play. And it just amazes me sometimes that when we look at plural marriages, we forget that aspect of what people have been inclined to do. And I want to say that again, inclined to do.
I think that certainly having an extramarital affair and quote unquote being the person on the side is very different than accepting or embracing another person in terms of marriage. There are a lot of responsibilities
because one is just and one isn't. One is correct and one is incorrect.
And one is obeying God.
Jay, hold on for us, man, because we got to take a break. I want Sister Anissa, I want you to hold on for us for the remainder because I'm sure Marla has some questions, and I'm sure, inshallah, you have the answers. We're going to take a break right now, and you're holding on to the phone. Please hold on to the phone. We're going to try to get to the phone lines. We're going to hold on to Abul-Hasan Maalik as long as we can, and that means the remainder of the show. I just put him on the spot. You're listening to 900 AM WURD information station committed to solutions. This is The Pulse with Tarek and Marla. I should say Marla and Tarek when we get to this topic, and we'll be back after these messages. You're listening to some of the conversations that take place here after when we had a commercial would be one thing, but you're back at 900 AM WURD information station committed to solutions. And
talking today about plural marriages.
There you go, plural marriages, and we wanted some area of clarity. I'm going to ask Abul-Hasan Maalik to clarify a couple of things because there were some issues that may have arisen based upon some of the statements that were made with respect to living quarters, et cetera, et cetera. And so we are an information station and we are committed to solutions, so we want to put the proper information out. So brother, clarify a couple of those things for me, just a couple of those things.
Well, the first thing I wanted to mention with regards to this issue is that we have to understand that Islam is based upon text. It's based upon statements from Allah, from the Quran, and the prophetic traditions of the Prophet. We've been commanded in the Quran to ask the people of knowledge when you don't know. In other words, for example, if you had problems with your heart, you would go to a heart specialist. You would go to a doctor. You wouldn't go to Johnny on the street and ask him, what should I do about my heart, or what is your prognosis with regards to my heart? So it is in Islam, that in these issues, and it's nice to take opinions from people on the radio or on the street or wherever it may be, but everyone has an opinion. But the reality is, what does Islam say comes from the book of Allah, the Quran, and from the Sunnah of the Prophet, the man who was sent by Allah to instruct us how to worship Allah properly. So if you really want to know what Islam says about these matters, you can't say, well, my cousin had 2 wives in one house, because it doesn't necessitate that your cousin is upon the truth. As it was mentioned by some of the old Arabs in their saying, they used to say that the truth, that men are known by the truth, and the truth is not known by men. So we don't judge the truth by what men do, but rather we judge men by what the truth says. So with regards to living quarters and the likes of this, and Islam has stipulated, many of the scholars of the opinion that Islam has stipulated that the